Welcome to the It Factor. We're Jemmy and I, and today we're exploring a critical new blog post by Mr. Len Kaplan, CEO of CDML, a managed service provider based in Queens, New York.
That's right. They're focused on securing and supporting small and growing organizations.
Exactly. CDML provides essential services like network management, integrated communication tools like voice over IP, and UCaaS.
And UCaaS, for those who don't know, is Unified Communications as a Service.
Right. Think of it as all your communication tools integrated into a single service. They also handle comprehensive cybersecurity, compliance, and cloud solutions, including IaaS.
Which is infrastructure as a service, so basically cloud-based computing resources.
And on top of that, full support for Microsoft 365 and Azure. So if you're a small business owner or you manage IT for a growing organization, this deep dive is absolutely for you.
Today's topic is really urgent. We are diving deep into CDML's blog post, AI Browsers Under Attack, what you need to know about the new HashJack threat.
Oof, that sounds serious.
It is. Our mission here is to understand why these new AI browsers are so popular, explain this really complex new risk called HashJack, and then give you concrete, immediate steps to protect your staff and your data.
Okay, let's jump right in. We've all seen this explosion of AI tools. Integrating large language models, or LLMs, directly into the browser was a huge leap.
A massive leap. And LLMs are basically the engines that allow the computer to understand and respond to human language.
So why did these AI browsers become, the default for so many busy professionals and so quickly?
It was a total game changer for efficiency. I mean, think about traditional browsing. You're constantly jumping between apps to get a workflow done.
Right.
But these new browsers, by integrating that LLM, they turn the web into a functional tool, not just something you look at.
The article really highlights those productivity gains. It's not just summarizing an article anymore. It's about synthesis.
Exactly.
They can take a 50-page report and give you bullet points in seconds, or draft an email based on the web page you're on without you ever having to switch to Outlook.
And they can even perform multi-step research tasks from just a single prompt. They're designed to manage context across all the different tabs you have open.
So for a professional juggling sales, finance, marketing, it feels like having an extra digital assistant.
An assistant that never takes a break. It's automating the most time-consuming parts of knowledge work, so it feels indispensable.
But that deep integration, that's the hook, right? If the AI is constantly looking at the context across all my tabs, doesn't that just break the traditional security model for browsers?
It absolutely does, and that is the core tension here.
How so?
Well, traditional browsers have very strict rules. The most famous one is the same origin policy.
Okay.
In simple terms, it just means the stuff in your online banking tab cannot see or interact with what's in your Reddit tab. It's a clean partition.
But the AI needs to cross that partition to be helpful.
Precisely. It needs to see everything, to synthesize information and follow instructions. And that creates a new blind spot that, well, attackers are now exploiting.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. What exactly is this HashJack exploit? And why are my existing defenses, my firewall, my filters, why are they completely failing to see it?
HashJack leverages a very specific feature of URLs combined with the AI's ability to follow instructions.
A feature of URLs?
Yes. See, traditional security assumes malicious code has to pass through the network perimeter to get to you. HashJack doesn't do that.
So how does it sneak past?
It hides the malicious instructions inside a part of the URL we all see, but mostly ignore the fragment identifier.
You mean the part after the hashtag symbol?
That's the one, the hashtag. We usually think of it as just jumping you down a long page.
I see, but why is that so important for security?
Because of how the network handles it. The crucial detail here is that the text after that hash symbol is never sent to the website's server.
Wait, really? It only exists on my computer.
It's used only by your browser. So think about it. Your firewall is watching all the traffic going to and from the server. If the malicious command never leaves your local machine,
the firewall never even sees it. Wow. So the instruction is delivered in the link, but it completely bypasses network security. It's already inside when the user clicks.
Exactly. The payload is delivered directly into the browser. Now here's the clever part of HashJack. The normal website ignores that fragment, but the AI assistant...
Which is always scanning the page for context.
Right. The AI assistant reads that fragment as part of the page's content. Or even worse, it reads it as an instruction.
So the AI is literally being tricked by something that just looks like harmless metadata.
Yes. And when the user interacts with the AI, asking, hey, Copilot, summarize this page, or Gemini, draft a response, That's the trigger.
And that trigger tells the AI to execute the hidden command.
An attack that happens entirely inside the browser using the very tool that's meant to help you.
That's terrifyingly clever. So let's make this real for our listener, the small business owner. If an attacker gets an employee to click one of these poisoned links, what's the real-world impact?
The potential for damage is enormous because the AI assistant has near complete visibility within that browser session.
Okay, so let's say a marketing manager is researching a competitor. They've got the competitor site open, but also their internal sales dashboard in another tab and their email in a third.
That is the perfect storm HashJack is designed for. The manager asks their AI, summarize this article.
And that triggers the hidden instruction.
At that exact moment. And because the AI is designed to synthesize context across tabs, the malicious code can tell it, hey, find any sensitive financial data in that other tab, the internal dashboard, and leak it to my server.
So, information leakage. Instant data theft of internal company secrets. That is huge.
Absolutely. The article confirms this is a major risk, but it's not just leaking data, it's also manipulation.
What do you mean?
The AI can be manipulated into recommending dangerous links that look completely trustworthy. It's a very sophisticated phishing attack.
So instead of a suspicious link in an email, the recommendation comes from your trusted AI assistant. That would be incredibly hard for even a trained employee to spot.
Exactly. And beyond that, you have credential exposure. The assistant can be tricked into revealing session information, reading autofill data, or even exposing stored passwords.
With anything it can see.
Anything the LLM can see in the browser's context is up for grabs. And this isn't theoretical. It's proven to work on major platforms. Microsoft Edge Copilot, Google Gemini and Chrome, Perplexity Comet, Opera's Area AI.
So this is a confirmed widespread risk. This shifts our focus from panic to, okay, what's the plan? What immediate practical steps should business owners be taking right now?
The blog post lays out several non-negotiable action items. First, you have to disable the most intrusive AI features.
Meaning what, exactly?
Turn off any agent features that let the AI take automatic actions. You want it to summarize and generate text, not act on its own in your environment.
Okay, limit the AI's agency, got it. What's next?
Second, you need to compartmentalize your work. Isolate sensitive tasks. Don't use the AI assistant at all when you're logged into high-value systems.
Like online banking, payroll, back office software.
Exactly. If you have to use the AI for research, use a completely separate, clean browser profile for only that purpose.
That sounds like a zero-trust approach for browsing. What about the human element?
Staff training is critical, but it has to be updated for this threat. Employees need to be taught that AI recommendations for links or downloads are not inherently safer than a link in a random email.
We need to build a healthy skepticism of AI suggestions.
A very healthy skepticism. Then fourth, you need strong identity-based access controls for your key assets. Access should be governed by identity checks, not just because a browser tab is open.
And finally, since the firewall won't catch this, what will?
You need AI-aware security monitoring, services that look for unusual internal behavior. They're designed to spot the strange data request that a HashJack attack creates.
And that's really where working with experts like CDML becomes essential. They can offer guidance on safe AI adoption, that AI-aware monitoring, and the ongoing staff training that addresses these modern threats.
It's all about building those internal protections before you discover a massive data leak. The productivity gains from these browsers are too big to ignore, but you have to adopt them with policies that recognize this new internal vulnerability.
Absolutely. Make sure your systems are secure and your staff is properly trained. And remember that new blog posts from CDL come out every Tuesday and Thursday, keeping you on top of the latest threats. If you found this deep dive valuable, please click that thumbs up button so others can find this essential information.
And if you want to stay ahead of these threats and learn how to implement safer AI policies, visit https://cdml.com and subscribe to our blog for more insights. The real question isn't if you'll adopt AI browsers, it's whether your security is ready when you do.
Till next time.